Welcome back, good students. This is Chinese Cinderella Adeline Ma. It is International GCSE English Language A. In this episode, or in this particular work today, here we're going to be looking on thoughts and feelings as they are conveyed in the text Chinese Cinderella. And we are going to look at an exam style question and, of course, a sample response that really tries to address the prompts that I've just patched up here. So welcome. And in case you're coming across this work and it's your first time, or somebody referred to you to this work here, how about the thumbs up, a subscription, and of course a sharing with those ones that you know that they are about to sit for the exams, especially these May exams. And this is a word to reckon. Chinese Cinderella stands out to be the most likely text to be appearing in your IGCSE English Language A. So therefore, pay much attention to these, and not only on thoughts and feelings, but also the use of language and structure in the text. So therefore, an exam style question would look like, how does the writer show her thoughts and feelings in this passage? How does the writer show her thoughts and feelings in this passage? You should refer closely to the passage to support your answer. You may include brief quotations. Down there is a sample response. The opening game, that is as how the text starts, there is a game that is showcased on the first paragraph there. The opening game of Monopoly sets a tone of fear rather, with the use of pathetic fallacy to indicate the possibility of a coming storm. Use of a simile like persistent toothache was equally there. Use of emotive language to add to the atmosphere and represent her feelings of foreboding, nightmare, and also dread. Those particular emotive language there. The writer is further discomfited by the casual rudeness of the driver. We saw that one later on as you proceed with the text. The writer slips into the present tense to emphasize the immediacy and the strength of her worry about meeting her father. Use of rhetorical questions increases the sense of anxiety. Those are feelings. Feelings of anxiety are enhanced in the text by the use of rhetorical questions right there. Use of repetition indicates impatience or vigor. That is the feelings of vigor or impatience, or thoughts of impatience or vigor, which are emphasized by the repetition. The triple rhetorical questions are all written in the present tense, all emphasizing the writer's confusion and disbelief. The writer is deferential to her father and dismissive of her own talents as a mark of respect. Thoughts. There is the use of a cliché, which indicates perhaps unwittingly her naivety. And I quote, reach for the stars, now or never. Her first reaction on hearing her father wants to see her is to be overwhelmed. Those are the feelings or even thoughts. So the feelings of being overwhelmed by the idea that her father wants to see her, which is a strong indicator or indication of the distance between them. She refers to her father's room as the Holy of Holies, suggesting somewhere at once uniquely special, a place to be referred, or an inner sanctum to which few, if any, are admitted, which of course suggests how she is in amazement of her father. She knocks, that is the knock. It is described as a timid one, or she knocks timidly, indicating her trepidation, hesitation rather. She finds her father commanding rather than warm or welcoming or even loving. Her father is proud of her, which comes as a surprise to the writer, suggesting a lack of understanding on her part. Incongruously, the father is in a bathrobe and slippers, suggesting perhaps that her potential fears and the reality are not one and the same. Her suspicion at her father's kindness, those are still feelings. Her suspicion at her father's kindness is indicative of a lack of warmth and trust between them. Clearly, She is desperate to please her father, and her reaction to his pleasure is overwhelming. And I quote, "My whole body vibrated with all the joy in the world." End of quote. Her timidity is emphasized by the fact that to ask him is considered as bold. Despite being refused the opportunity to be a writer and being told by her father what her future career will be, she is still very grateful. This further emphasizes her distant relationship with her father, whom she is desperate to please, but also scared and worried of. There's also the use of simple repetition, which emphasizes these very, very, which is of course not what she means or she meant when she was trying to thank her father. It really is that there is naivety and that she's ready to go with any options that the father presents in front of her. Good students, that also marks the end of especially the part of thoughts and feelings from this particular text here. All those ideas, good students go through them again in detail and again at a quiet place, and when you are really free, not really interrupted by any factors around you. And of course, I say that there is also the part of language and structure, and I know very well that you are able to respond on the part of the language and structure. Look at all those particular of language styles that have been used, patch them there if that shows up in an exam, because that particular question 4 will require to respond on the use of language and structure, if not thoughts and feelings. We're going to pause here for now, good students, and I wish you the very best, even as you are preparing to sit for these coming exams. Good day.